択組が報酬をいっぱい持ち帰ってきた。さあ、動画に使えるいい素材がないかチェックしに行こうよ。
Yep.
通知音が聞こえたよ。指揮官宛ての新着メールかな。それとも私のサブスクが増えたお知らせかな。
Oh wait, I kind of missed out on the whole nikke collab.
ソロライブって超気持ちいいの。ルート、景色、音楽、走る。
Sure. Totally. Got it. Let me just... Volume was too high. How many do I have? I need 4. And I have 2. Damn. Yeah. How do I get more? Through memes.
Hey, Mr. Krabs. Oh. I mean, I wouldn't mess with that. That thing looks scary.
Same.
Is that a pistol shrimp? Oh. Oh, it is. Oh, he gone. Oh, that crab is gone. Oh, Mr. Crab. Oh, dude. It just gets vaporized. Dude, pistol shrimps are scary, man. They can do some crazy things. Generally, it just takes the crab's arms off, all just like, boop. All right, you don't got that no more. That's my food now. Like, they're scary. Anyway, what's cracking, guys? And welcome to the Lost Pause Reddit / Discord, the best place in all the internet. You're welcome here, lads. And you know what? I got some beautiful memes here for you. And you also know what? I also have a P.O. box where you guys can send me some stuff. And
that's right, his P.O. box.
For all of
He's
you
doing that
Giga
again.
Chads to enjoy and Giga Chadettes. Is that the correct term out there? Regardless, hey,
yeah, sure
I appreciate
it is.
But for now, let's get to it. Therapist, cat Freerin is not real. She can't hurt you. And the cat Freerin actually, oh, that actually is kind of close to the granny eyes. It looks so sad, though. It's so sad. Lesbian space pirates faces massive online backlash. Fandoms including Has-Been Hotel, Five Nights at Freddy's, Invincible, and even Steven Universe are joining forces against the film. I have seen a lot of people trying to like, no, well, is it time to bring back the reviewers? You did whatever Crunchyroll considered anime. Why not this
I remember
one,
that.
guys, please. I only have so much sanity left. I have been on YouTube for over 10 years now. I'm halfway to 15 years now, okay, guys? Give me a break. I have nothing left.
Yeah. Are you playing with dolls again?
No.
Well, you should be with these hot anime ones. Ooh, I'm locking in.
Girls Frontline 2 Exilium is
Oh, yeah,
back
they're
in
dolls.
action with its Gyro Redundancy patch featuring more rewards than ever for new and returning players alike. Just log into the game and you can get 85 free pulls to get all your favorites and another 80 from Reunion Oath event to get even more. Man, there's a lot to choose from. It is hard to pick favorites. And it's going to be even harder now because we are introducing a new fan favorite doll OTS-14, the very first doll capable of wielding all elements for a completely new combat experience. She can join almost any team and is highly valuable for all players. Whether it's on the battlefield or enjoying her violent performance, you won't want to miss her or her new wedding outfit. Ooh, that would get me saying I do. Well, you may not have a choice. With a new update comes a new story, and you, Commander, are locked in holy matrimony quite literally as you face off against Groza, who you believe perished protecting you. Now you find out she's been modified into Dark Rosa, aka OTS-14, who still retains some of her memories of being with you. Whether you let this marriage go through or not will be up to you and your skills, Commanders. It would take a lot to try and tear me away from her. We have our ways, like Klukai with her new immaculate service maid outfit. It is fully customizable to satisfy the various needs of her master. And we certainly all have needs. If a red bunny girl's more your style, Quichua is happy to show you all she has to offer. But my personal favorite is Nemesis Gnosis, who you can get for free by participating in the Gnostic Inside event. The event allows you to enhance all your units for free all the way up to segment 6. Oh, she has me enhancing something right now. My love for her, obviously, guys. So what are you waiting for? Download Girls Frontline 2 Exilium using my link below. Whether it's dolls, weapons, or fancy outfits, I'm sure there's something for you Commanders to enjoy. So thank you so much, Girls Frontline 2 Exilium, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the memes. Hey, the prisoner looks very nice. That's not what I meant by 20 lashes. Hey. Maybe he doesn't like the lashes. They could be just too big. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of lash makeup, man. Just normal is fine. So someone actually made it so Lily is getting shaved.
No.
By me. You even gave me a jelly-filled donut plate. Lily, she went bald. Oh man, that is not something I wanted to see. Bald Lily is not what we wanted to go with. So this is a Kirby toilet seat. Is it also fuzzy? I don't know how I feel about this. It's fuzzy too. Why would you want a fuzzy one that you can get all sorts of stains and things on it? You want it slick. I don't know about that, man. That's really bad. It could have been worse though. It could have been his mouth. It could have been his mouth. Nobles Eevees, and you seem to have made a lot of them out there. Very, very cute. What is that one in the middle? What is that?
The one in the middle, that's the best one. What else would it be?
More Guess the Lily cosplays once again. That one's easy. That one's Ashley. I know that one. I can't remember all their names. I don't know. Is that Donna? I don't know what that is. I don't know. It's a joke God, so I have no idea. And that's weird looking. I have no idea what that last one is either. All right, 2 out of 4. Not so bad. Not so bad. Oh, Olivia. Oh, you planted to see it and you put bone behind you, girl. What is that? Oh, leave me on. I got a jack. No, you fell over. Leave me on. I mean, I've never thought if you added like Minecraft physics into the Pokemon. Yeah, you can put Pokemon on the plant Pokemon and see what happens. Fine. So someone made a quintessential Lily Quintuplets out here, and it's all Lily. Nothing beats an Odegaard. Okay. Even got them in the different hairstyles. Not too bad. Okay. You guys can choose which one's your favorite. Obviously, I think the green one's quite nice. Although, the red, not too bad either. There's something about that Pokemon drawing you into it. Doesn't look too bad. It's kind of even got Nicole from the comics. And meanwhile, Nicole from the comics was... Look. Okay, I messed up. All right. Obviously, Nicole was the computer of Sally Acorn. My bad. I messed up their names. I knew they were together. However, at least Nicole does technically have an anthropomorphic form as well. She does have one. So a little bit of extra trivia I did for you. Oh, just look at something. He doesn't have a care in the world. He's just getting stared at, bro. You're good, man. You don't feel any intense hatred on the side of your face there. You're just gonna play that off. All right, Orange Cat. Do you? Which main character do you relate to the most? Yeah, that's a lot. You got it. It is a lot. Let's just do the dang math. Let's do some math, man. It ain't that difficult, bro. 239, right? 239 million. I'm pretty sure I just did that in my head right now, yeah?
面接ですよ。その格好で。
Dang.
勝負服です。
Battle outfit for the interview. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, hi.
いい勝負服だ。
Nice battle.
ありがとうございます。
Okay.
終了だ。
You're hired just because of that. That's the interview.
勝負服です。
They look like they're straight out of Final Fantasy. I ain't gonna lie. If you can rock the fit and the employer likes it, let's go. Oh, initial D? What's up? All right, man. Oh, is it not booting up? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, all the aura just lost when the battery's dead. Oh, God. Oh, no, the battery. Yeah, that really does suck when that happens. You lose all aura, man. It's like, hey,
新型変装実践テスト始め。私もっともっと頑張ってよ。
definitely part of the achievement list. It's one of those,
共感せよ。しかし怪人と合作。もっともっと頑張ってよ。 新兵器に力をくらえ。
She could be doing something.
なんと奥義にした方がいいですね。共感せよ。しかし罰女怪人と合作。
Hey, you're just in time to try my cereal experiments. Is my name Lane here with Monster Phantom Milk? I like where this is going.
Is that Mega Man? Why is she so cute?
It's usually
This audio is very loud.
No, I must not allow myself to be consumed by greed. It's a path that only leads to pain and suffering. Wants to eat 2 burritos in one sitting, we'll get a tummy ache. Finished burrito, the target burrito being saved for later. Yeah, sometimes I get myself an extra burrito because, hey, you know, I can have it for the next day.
Same.
Ooh, my tummy's saying maybe you should try it, Noble. Maybe you can
The
get
tummy
that
agrees.
Earth's time has come. Oh, okay, Fantastic Four facing off against Galactus, but in Perth, Australia. Hi, bro. Why you got that in my face then? I didn't want to see that. Okay, man. All right, that's actually a pretty good one. I mean, yeah, I guess they would get a nice view of whatever that is. There are 2 types of motivation: the carrot on a stick, and the carrot being a stick, I guess.
Stick. The stick does not go
Honestly,
into the other stick.
Equally can be very good. Either one will work on me. I don't want either one of them, and sometimes I am hungry. Oh, it's the robot Olympics out here. Hey, he's going fast though. Oh, he don't do so good. No. Oh, you are only built for running, not built for stopping. I genuinely feel like the stopping part should be something to be anticipated, something to require. Hero's behind the thing out here, so I hope he doesn't chew any wires back there. That would be bad. Oh, nice, a nice power world, making some cloth, doing some rock digging out here. Okay, you're getting a base rated. Oh, okay. Yo, the assembly line out here making the gat. How did that make a tank? Hey, wait a minute, that's not a power. All right, the total gun. Just blowing him up. Yo, he got a knife. Lambo got the knife, bro. What's going on? Oh, no. The chicken got bumped. There's no way. You can get Jet Dragon, but you don't get a jet. That would be cool, though. Oh, he dropped the bomb. Oh, that guy's so done. Oh. Well, he's lucky then, I guess. I mean, maybe he could time it out and the raids go. I mean, I would escape at this point. Oh, that was worse. That was worse. That would definitely be worse. Worse fate to be nailed by Lovander. You don't know if it was male or female in there too, lads. Time for another Guess the Lily cosplay.
I lost.
Yeah.
Makes
And
sense.
this one is a chitty lily, I guess, out there with the little, looks like a Bowser ring thing on it. That's, and a spiky. I'm guessing this is some Mario character. I don't know which one. It may just because it's got something that's big and not the spikiest that's distracting me. I couldn't tell you. Okay, this is kind of like a witch lily. She got like some paper, like things behind her. Some cool wizard boots and stuff like that. She looks cool. I have zero clue where this one's from. And the final one is, it looks like it's a delivery girl. I love the arm stockings and things on it that matches also the knee socks and stuff out there. This is great. I love this. Very, very cute. I don't know this one. I'm almost thinking World Ends With You, but I'm not positive on that one. Amazing lily fed out here. This looks like some monster hunter out here. The blacksmith, and she got the little potato looking adorable as all heck. Those thighs. This is amazing. I love this. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of our Lost Pause Reddit / Discord video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, hey, check out my other videos. I got plenty of other content. Go have some fun. But for now, I will see you, beautiful sons of guns, again in the next video. Oh, I must feed my hungry, hungry cats that have been waiting patiently behind me.
I guess I'll just do the dailies.
Welcome back to my channel.
Smells like chemicals in here. And then I want to see the VidCon.
Reporting live from AICon. AICon just came back from an AI panel presented by YouTube at AICon.
Oh man, I just don't do it with my camera. I'm picking it on. Sorry about that.
Where did I put it?
Hi, my name is Tallulah and I'm 35 days older than YouTube.com. Every video on my channel opens with a video I filmed as a child. Talking to a camera is nothing new to me. Nearly 3 years ago is when my channel had its big break, but essentially I was a YouTuber before I even knew what YouTube was. I was always filming videos as a kid, whether it was short films with my littlest pet shops.
This is my ducky Momo. He has been my best friend since I was about 5. I don't even know what age I am because I always celebrate his birthday.
Video star music videos or whatever this is.
Hey guys, I found a Roblox boyfriend. He loves me even though I'm a criminal. He's in love with a criminal! Oh my god! Oh my god, hurry up.
And after years of begging my parents via Google Slideshow presentations to no avail, at 19 years old, I finally had the power to make my own dreams come true. The past 3 summers, I spent a week in Anaheim, California, which tends to feel like a breath of fresh air when you grew up in Sacramento, California.
No, I had not seen Lady Bird, and yes, I will be watching it when I move out at the end of this month.
But given that me and Smosh are alumni of the same high school with their most viewed video being filmed on campus, I knew if I put my mind to it, there was indeed hope for me to pursue my dream career path. Typically, when you visit the official VidCon website, you're met with 3 ticket options: community track, creator track, and industry track. However, as of 2026, there are now 4 options: VidCon Pass, VidCon Plus Pass, Creator Pass, and Pro Pass. I personally don't understand the purpose behind this change. It's pretty pointless when you're just going to have the original names in parentheses for the actual schedule. And I have to imagine if you've never attended VidCon previously, it would be especially confusing. And I can't think of any other explanation for this change other than making up for lack and or loss of ticket sales. Between that, the phasing out of events like VidCon Baltimore, and the minimized staff at the actual con this year, it looks like Viacom, who only acquired VidCon in 2018, could already be cutting their losses and preparing to sell VidCon again, but that's just a theory. A VidCon theory. Every year VidCon takes place at the Anaheim Convention Center, and the experience is split up across its 3 floors. The first floor is open to everybody, the second floor is for creator track, and industry is on the 3rd floor. And for the last 2 years, I've had the creator track experience, which you think would be tailored to creators considering, the name, but it almost feels like the opposite. All the networking I've done happened completely completely by chance. There wasn't specific creator spaces, or more specifically adult creator spaces, because the moment you attend your first VidCon, it becomes very clear the target demographic of this convention is no longer creators or fans of YouTube like it was 15 years ago, but actually children. I remember in 2024 they opened up the roof to creator track at one point for a networking type event, and I stayed maybe 10 minutes max because of the overwhelming amount of people. I had better luck networking at panels than a designated networking event.
The other thing that we went to was this, not mixer, what's it called? It was like
I think it was called the Creators Reception.
It was for networking, for people who want their channels to, I don't know, be a source of income down the line, or whether it is now, you know, that's a very adult thing. Like you said, like, that's a very adult thing. They were serving alcohol there. There were kids there. Yeah, we had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
There were teens there. There were kids there, like kids running around with their parents, you know, vlogging them. And I fear the main demographic for this VidCon 2024, were those either kid fans or kid stars. I'm not saying don't have that. That's so much fun for the kids. Like, absolutely you should have that. But we should not be lumped in the same category. We literally can't be lumped in the same category. It feels kind of condescending. It feels kind of insulting that there isn't as many things, or really anything, catered to me other than like meet and greets.
But even with a lack of things tailored specific to creators in 2024 and 2025, there were so many interesting panels to attend and booths to explore in between that made the con itself still a pretty enjoyable experience. I mean, as someone who has nostalgia as their specific niche on YouTube,
you know I appreciate the kid-centered experiences they've had.
Like the Descendants Rise of Red theming, or last year, I got to see a Furby dancing right before my very eyes. 2026, however, was just a complete vibe shift. Like, that is the best way to explain it. I was genuinely debating if I should attend the convention all 3 days or at all before my dad randomly called me saying he had researched the industry track himself, and it's safe to say he's a huge part of why I decided to make this video, because with the lack of panels piquing my
not interested. Why is it recommending me this? Oh. The Walmart tier list? AI Soft and Pokemon? No, I want to hear more about VidCon. VidCon is bad for creators.
I went to my first VidCon, and it was bad. I'm sure some of you are like,
Oh yeah, this year's VidCon was bad.
And not like 10 years ago. Well, I wasn't a YouTuber 10 years ago. And I've been having FOMO the last few years, seeing my friends and my mutuals go to VidCon, and so I decided to go this year, with the knowledge that VidCon is well past its prime, and that it has been specifically declining the past few years. So I was nervous going into it, but I was hopeful that I would still have fun. But it was bad. It was worse than I imagined, and so if you'd let me, I'd like to complain for a while. But first, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Unity. So I was very nervous going into VidCon. I was frantically trying to finish a video that week, and so a lot of things fell through the cracks, and I accidentally had my Unity order arrive the day before I was supposed to leave. Now, Unity is a meal delivery platform, and it connects you with a ton of fresh, not frozen, fully prepped meals from award-winning chefs. And so I'm psychologically going through it, trying to pack for VidCon, and then I'm also thinking, no, my chicken tikka masala by Chef Andres Mendez. I'm gonna have to wait until I get back to eat it, even though I want to eat it now. And then when I got back from VidCon, I was like, yeah, this chicken tikka masala is better than VidCon. I mean, to be fair, that's a low bar. But I love convenient, yummy food, and Unity offers 300 meals nationwide each week, including over 25 diets and global cuisines. So there's a lot of variety to fit all different preferences. The meals are handcrafted in small batches in kitchens that are local to you, and they are then delivered to you in this nice little cooler bag thing. There are over 180 chefs on the platform, including Nelson Brizuela and his delicious island-style chicken and rice. Nelson immigrated to the US from El Salvador and has been working his way up in kitchens for the past 20 years. I also tried Chef Esther Choi's delicious Japanese katsu curry. Esther learned how to cook Korean food with her grandmother. The food is really good, and it made me feel very fancy, even though all I had to do on my end is nuke it in the microwave for 2 minutes. And Cook Unity is offering my viewers 50% off their first order. So if you're interested in trying it, click the link in the description below and use my code SarahSarah50 to try Cook Unity and get 50% off your first order of chef-made meals delivered fresh to your door. So let's get into the logistics of VidCon. It was held June 25th through the 27th. That is Thursday through Saturday. I don't know why it takes place more of the days during the week than during the weekend. 2 weekdays and 1 weekend day. I guess it's always been like that though. So, and apparently they used to do Wednesdays, but they're not doing Wednesdays anymore. Because there was a thing I saw on the website that was like, why are you not doing Wednesdays anymore? And I was like, you guys used to do Wednesdays? I was gonna say, don't people have work? But I guess if this is like an influencer event, maybe they don't. VidCon is held at the Anaheim Convention Center, with a big asterisk that this year it was part of the Anaheim Convention Center. Another section of the Anaheim Convention Center was Fan Expo. That was held Friday through Sunday. This was a geeky pop culture convention with a lot of nerdy media celebrity guests like Mark Hamill. I found out that Fan Expo was happening because VidCon sent me an email about it. They were like, hey, this is happening the same weekend in the Anaheim Convention Center and you can get a discount on Fan Expo tickets. And I was like, that's a bad sign that VidCon doesn't need the whole convention center and is also simultaneously trying to sell tickets for this other event. Apparently they're run by the same parent company, and I guess they were like, while we have the Anaheim Convention Center paid for, let's just run 2 cons. Except I lied. It's 3 conventions simultaneously, because there's also GorillaCon. They kept emailing me about GorillaCon, which is a separately ticketed gaming convention within VidCon. So even the part of the convention center that we are using for VidCon, they don't have enough programming to fill up that space, and so they are additionally doing GorillaCon. Again, a red flag. I'm sure you're wondering, what's GorillaCon? I didn't find this out until much later. I probably could have Googled it beforehand. I didn't really bother. But I found out while I was there that GorillaCon is a convention for the game Gorilla Tag, which is a VR game where you play as monkeys. And that's apparently enough of a thing that it deserves a whole section of VidCon and also an add-on ticket. Speaking of tickets, there are 3 tiers of tickets. The first tier is the fan tier. This gets you access to meet and greet signups, pre-sale merchandise, fan track programming, expo hall experiences, the live podcast studio, the VidCon opening celebration, VidCon After Dark programming, and the VidCon Street Fest. Then there is the creator ticket. This gets you access to the mentorship series, 3 days of creator pass programming, the creator HQ, exclusive access to a new networking tool, and the creator reception. And finally, there is the pro pass. Pro as in professional, so for digital media professionals. This gets you exclusive access to the welcome reception, a networking mixer, the VIP Expo Hall party, a networking and matchmaking app, networking sessions, industry track programming, think tank thought leadership roundtables, industry HQ, and a headshot booth. Now, Pro is not to be confused with Plus, which is just the fan tier, but it costs extra money and it gets you extra access and more meet and greets. The fan and creator passes were ballpark the same amount of money, $150-ish for 3 days, whereas Pro was like $800. So I got the creator pass because I am a creator. Arguably, I could have gotten the Pro pass because I am a more established creator, but I didn't want to pay for that. So my ticket was $179 with taxes and fees included.
Damn, $179?
And then I had to book accommodations. I am from LA, which is close to Anaheim, but not close enough to drive back and forth every day. So I booked the Marriott Hotel in the Anaheim Convention Center complex. So around the Anaheim Convention Center, there are some hotels that are in the same block that are like within walking distance, and I booked check-in on Wednesday and check-out on Sunday. I didn't want to have to worry about checking in or checking out on days where there was actual programming happening, so I hypothetically could have cut it a little bit closer and not stayed quite so many days, but I figured this would be less stressful for me. The hotel room was $305 a night, and then with taxes and fees, the total was $1,431. Then in the lead up to VidCon, I was getting a lot of emails. A lot of these emails went not to my spam, but to that tab in Gmail where it's like promotions or social or whatever. Gmail decided that these were not particularly important emails, and I kind of agree.
Sakura.
A lot of the emails were about booking meet and greets. There were, I guess, times when new meet and greets were revealed and times when you could book them. At one point they sent me an email, "Everyone but you is picking their meet and greets right now," which, like, don't speak to me like that. You don't know me. I did not pick any meet and greets because I did not know any of the people who were doing the meeting and greeting. They also sent me a lot of emails announcing / reminding me of various featured creators. And in all of these emails, they would have pictures of the people doing meet and greets and the featured creators. And unfortunately, I don't really know who any of these people are, which I actually think is okay. Like, I am not the target demographic for these people. That doesn't mean that they're not big and that they don't have an audience. I just don't overlap with them. But even though I don't think me personally not recognizing these creators is necessarily a bad sign for VidCon as a whole, it was a bad sign for my personal experience. And then a similar red flag is that only one of my creator mutuals was attending VidCon. Lula Loopsy went, thank God they were there, and they are making a VidCon video. As of the time of the recording, it's not out yet, but once it's out, I will post links in all of the places. So I have quite a few mutuals, not to brag, and it felt like no one was coming to this VidCon. Even people who had come in the past, which that's another red flag, that even people who have previously attended did not find it worth it to attend this year. Which I understand, you have to take time out of your schedule, it's expensive, especially if you're not local and you have to fly in. But it seems like in the past, more people have found that worth it. But for this year, the year that I was there, people did not find it worth it. Then, I believe in early June, VidCon released a full schedule. So up until this point, we'd had the information associated with the ticket types. So for example, for creator, we knew that there was going to be a creator HQ and creator track programming, but we did not have the specifics as to what that programming would be. And it was at this point that it was revealed that the creator track was full of AI panels. And this was, I think, the biggest red flag for my experience. A Mac Ruby Woo Descendants Rise of red flag. VidCon this year was being presented by Pop Store, which is an AI company, which I did not realize. I didn't know who they were. It's possible I was thinking of Popmart, the store that sells the little figures. I would have preferred that, but no. VidCon's main sponsor this year was an AI company, and they were fostering a strong AI presence at this convention. Just so we're all on the same page, I'm extremely anti-generative AI. From an environmental
Anti-AI,
perspective, it has a stronger negative impact than previous technologies. From a moral and ethical perspective, it is stealing and plagiarizing artists and writers. It is an unreliable technology that hallucinates information. And when it comes to creativity, such as in the case of making online video, I find it completely soulless and bankrupt, and it betrays a lack of skill and passion from the person doing the generating. But even if I didn't feel that way, even if I was interested in using generative AI tools to help me in my creator journey or whatever, I cannot fathom needing a bunch of panels to explain to me how to do it. It's not difficult to do, that's the whole point. So I would not have been happy if there were a few AI panels, but I would have been like, whatever, I can go to other panels. They have a lot of other stuff going on. This was just for the weird AI panels. But the sheer number of AI panels that they had every day meant that they were sacrificing other types of programming, more diverse, different types of programming, and it felt like they were really just trying to sell us on the concept of AI. having a bunch of panels makes it seem like there must be so much to talk about. It must be so useful. It must be the future. Because these panels were not just presented by Pop Store, who was the sponsor. There were also other AI companies presenting these panels. They're not even trying to sell us on using the sponsor of the con. They're trying to sell us on using any AI tools at all. So between the lack of people I care about attending and the AI stuff, I was pretty concerned going into VidCon, and I was regretting not going in previous years when things had seemed less fast. And there were definitely points leading up to VidCon where I was considering not going. However, sort of window into my psyche, you perhaps know if you've seen my other event review content, Labyrinth Ball, the Forever Twilight and Forks Festival, Romanticycon. I'm pretty bad at going places and doing things. I'm a very anxious person, and so part of me was like, you're just stressed about VidCon because you've never done a convention, and it's going to be several days, and you're not really going to know anyone. And so, separate from thinking that the event itself might be bad, you're just stressed and anxious about going at all. And I was concerned that if I backed out, it would not be because I was doing it based on a value judgment of if VidCon, the event, would be good. I would instead be making this decision based on my event anxiety. And I did not want to let the anxiety win. There was a part of me that was like, it still might be good, you still might have fun. You've regretted not going the past few years. It seems perhaps ill-advised to back out now. You've already committed to going. And so even though I was very stressed, I did still decide to go. So Wednesday morning, when I was going to go to the hotel and check in before the event, I was very stressed. My chest hurt. I delayed packing and getting ready. I just sort of laid in silence for a while, but I did successfully pack. And then I had my mom drive me and drop me off to the hotel. This is a classic Sarah move. I don't like driving. I hate traffic and also have a very bad sense of direction, so the whole time I'm driving anywhere, I'm stressed that I'm doing the wrong thing. I also hate dealing with parking. Parking in LA is always a giant mystery. I was nervous about not having a car, because being dropped off, I would just be stranded there with no car. But my mom was like, you're gonna be way more stressed out trying to drive yourself there, which was fair of her. I would also like to say, talking about all of this is getting me re-stressed out. I'm like not having a fun time. Okay, mom drove me. We listened to the Amy Sedaris hospitality book, I Like You, in the car, which we listened to once together many years ago. And we have quite a few inside jokes from that, so that was kind of a soothing car experience. It was kind of light and fun. We got to the hotel. Mom did self-parking, which was apparently annoying, but she dropped me off at the front. The reason mom parked was because we were going to do lunch, as opposed to her just dropping me off and then leaving. Apparently, at the Marriott at the convention center, parking is $56 per day and $61 per day for valet cars. So I did in fact save.
I mean, it just feels like a money flex at that point, right?
Parking my car there. So I went in. I had pre-checked in the Marriott Bonvoy app, so my room was ready, even though we got there before normal check-in time. I went.
Probably taking the random stuff crazy, yeah. Gotta get cool, she's studying English, good for her. Actually, yeah, why did Kai Kai block you?
Welcome to episode 17 of my dumb little podcast today. Took a little bit of a break last week as I was traveling to Hollywood and Seattle, but now I'm back. I'm currently in my resting arc, so I'm trying to make sure I'm rejuvenated before my next show. I have the next 2 weekends off. I'm very excited. I want to catch up on some content, but more importantly, I want to catch up on some R&R, some relaxation, and just kind of like overall chill, right? I think that's kind of important, and that's something I've been preaching about this podcast passively. But I have a few spicier topics today, very, very spicy topics. So the first thing I want to talk about is this week I made a video about Rayquaza cards. Yes, it's Rayquaza, not Rayquaza. I don't know when people started calling this guy Rayquaza. It's Rayquaza. It's not Rayquaza. Rayquaza sounds fucking stupid. It's Rayquaza. And if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't gotta like it, but that's what it is. And you can keep calling it whatever the fuck you want, but it is Rayquaza. But I made a video on talking about how overhyped up a lot of these Rayquaza cards are. Now, I couldn't really sum up all my thoughts on this on a short or some story posts because, you know, it's just difficult to do that because there's a finite amount of space and time you can, like, fill up. But I want to go over this more in depth because I think it's the most hilarious topic. Just the amount of copium Rayquaza fans have in a lot of cases. But you know what? Honestly, most of the real Rayquaza fans kind of low-key agreed with me. The only fuckers that don't agree with me are like resellers. And I promise you, like 99% of these resellers do not have a personal collection. They don't give a fuck about these cards at all whatsoever. They're just trying to flip this shit, and they need to make sure all these like these hyped up Pokemon are super, you know, inflated. That way they can move them a lot easier. It's, you know, I know it sounds like a conspiracy, but that's what it is. You know, you don't gotta like that fact. But again, Pop Series Rayquaza, right? I use that picture. That's the ugliest fucking card ever. And there are like a few people drinking the copium, being like, actually, it's a really cool 3D rendition of a blurry Rayquaza attack. And it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. That card sucks. If you like that card, you suck too. Like, that card is absolute buns dog shit. Just sold for like $86,000. That's in a PSA 10, pop 27, I believe. Massive card. Is it worth that? No, it's not worth that. I mean, yes, obviously to some people it might be, but I suspect that these things are being moved by people with like such absurd amounts of money that doesn't really matter. But to the average person, you don't need a PSA 10 Pop Series Rayquaza because, you know, one, the card looks ugly as fuck, but the only reason why it's cool is because somebody chose to buy it. Before that, it was like a $40,000 card. Right? Before that, it was like a $10,000 card, right? You see what I mean? These prices are made up, but that's the thing with these low pop cards. You know, they become kind of like status symbols, right? And because you compare them to modern PSA 10s, and you know, from One Piece or, you know, Pokemon, they have thousands, tens of thousands of these guys in 10s. So these like old vintage cards become more of a status piece, like a piece of history, almost like just something to have, just to say you have it. And I personally think that's a really cool thing about them. I'm not hating on that. Like, I really do think that is what's cool, is like you kind of set your own price, and then you find someone dumb enough, you know, that want to pay more. It is what it is. And because the pop's so low, you kind of control the market. I'm a big advocate for the low pop stuff, but these Rayquaza cards, I'm just talking about on art level, and, you know, compared to what Rayquaza could be, they just look fucking stupid. So you have the Pop Series one, and then what else I dog on? Oh my god, the VMAX. The all art VMAX Rayquaza card is one of the fucking lamest all arts from Sword and Shield era of all time. Like, even including SIRs, like, this shit sucks. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this photo. Like, I think the colors are pretty, I think, but like, you can't really tell it's Rayquaza. He's kind of blending into the trees. I know the red stuff is the VMAX form. I don't mind the VMAX form. I really don't. I just don't think they utilized him, and they kind of like took this like green dragon sky god and diminished him into like he looks like a slithering snake in the grass. Like, and maybe that's what they were going for. I don't fucking know. And you guys in the comments that like this card, just know you're an idiot. I'm just kidding. You're not an idiot. You like what you like, but
I guess
like,
I just finished.
This all goes back to all my other videos. This card is pop like 20,000 or something, 15,000. There's a lot of them, and in a 10, it's like $3,000 fucking dollars. And even though the Rayquaza V alt art is superior art-wise in every fucking way, the VMAX is more expensive. Why? Because of repackers. Again, repackers just pump whatever they think is going to be the most expensive. And because the VMAX is technically the higher rarity, technically, but the pull rate's the same, you know, it creates this, like, they pump that, right? And they want to get the illusion that the card's worth a lot. And dipshits, I've been saying it for fucking months. I'm going to keep saying it. When this hobby does die down a little bit, what the fuck do you guys think is going to drop in price first? The pop 20,000 Rayquaza VMAX Christmas tree snake looking bitch? Or your low pop like, you know, 100 legendary collection PSA 10s? Alright, get the fuck over it. The Rayquaza card VMAX sucks, and a lot of the vintage cards do suck. Now, granted, are they worth commanding the price tag? Yes, I guess so, because Rayquaza is a cool Pokemon with a strong following. Like, personally, Green's my favorite color, and Rayquaza is my favorite legendary. Real shit. I fucking love Rayquaza. Like, I really do.
I just on the stream now.
But it's just undeniable that the art sucks. But I do think those vintage Rays are always going to be worth a shitload of money. I'm not trying to deny what they're worth. I do think the Pop Series one's kind of fucking crazy, but Rayquaza is a front runner Pokemon for a lot of people. Emerald is a lot of people's favorite fucking game. And it probably, if we're talking logistically, Emerald might be the best game. I mean, it might be the most complete game. I'm personally a Pokemon Platinum guy, but if I'm speaking objectively, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Emerald might be the best games, like, in the Pokemon franchise. So there's a lot of people that have, like, super positive memories tied to this game. So I can see why, you know, the Rayquaza carries the premium. Like, that's totally fine. But these cards just look bad. I don't know what the fuck it is with the Pokemon Company abusing this poor fucking snake thing. But, again, these over-designed cards, like the fucking full arts from X and Y, oh, that's the only thing a lot of people gave me a lot of heat on. They're like, oh, actually, I was with you until you X and Y full arts. Bitch, nobody collects these things. I'm sorry. Nobody's collecting them. The only people that have them say they're in their PC until they sell it, right? But nobody gets that and they're like, this is my grail card, I'm going to keep it for the end of times. No, they don't do it. And they say that for like a month or two and then they sell it, right? And it boggles my mind how many vendors like will say like, oh man, I fucking love that card. No, you don't. Why is it in your personal collection? You know, nobody has it in their personal collection because honestly, the card is pretty mid. It is over-designed. It's hard to look at. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Can you explain what the fuck's going on? It has a little like Japanese or whatever like text on it, and then just a bunch of gold and I don't even know what the fuck these cards are. And for those of you drinking the copium that these cards are actually good, like, I genuinely feel sorry for you because you are just drinking your own cope, and I swear you only like it because you think it's expensive. But again, I think that card sucks. That's my opinion. I think the pop's not even low enough to command such a fucking astronomical price, you know, based on how bad it looks, just because it's like, it doesn't even look like a Rayquaza card. If you looked at that thing from more than 5 feet away, it just looks like a blob of bullshit, and that's what I don't like. It's like the Rayquaza V all art is all art I do like, and like, you can put that thing like 20 feet away from me, I'm gonna know it's a Rayquaza card, right? And I think that's like a pretty big deal personally for me for like cards, is their legibility and stuff, right? Sorry guys, you know, I keep having my phone unmuted at these things, and you know, that's my fault. I gotta stop doing that. I could cut this out, but I'm not gonna cut it out. Okay, but yeah, so it's I don't know, with the Rayquaza cards, I love Rayquaza, I really do. I just think these cards suck. You know, from an artistic level, like, I don't feel a need to have them in my personal collection. Personally, I just don't sit there and like, oh, I need a Rayquaza Ancient Origins or whatever the fuck it's called, PSA 10. But that's my opinion. I know a lot of you guys are Rayquaza fans. And again, I'm a Rayquaza fan.